Good morning, friends. This is Ranita. On behalf of my group, Analytics Alliance, I'm going to give a research report on big data analytics in the management of business. The main agenda of the presentation is introduction, the essence of big data, traditional data analysis versus big data analytics, methods, big data in the management of business, architecture for big data analysis, and big data analytics and its conclusion. So, in the introduction, the big data has quietly crept into many societies over the last decade, from the governments and e commerce to health and sports organizations. So, these data, which would be coming from internet, online transactions, audios, videos, and search queries, health records, and many more. Over the next 10 years, the volume of data would be expanded to 50 times, while the information technology specialists required to keep up with it all increase by 15 times. So, one of the most critical issues in big data environment is information overloading. For information consumers, effectively, they require from massive amounts of data is becoming more difficult. However, this can be handled and analyzed massive data sets. The knowledge obtained can be incredibly useful. In the next slide, when company data is growing and at exponential rate, it is becoming increasingly important. So the data into usable knowledge and information, enterprise database systems, search systems, sophisticated data, text, and web analytics are becoming increasingly crucial. So due to massive amount of data, analytics can only be performed using efficient algorithms and software. Highly skilled executives with information skills as well as analytical talent among the companies are more competitive. According to research, the organizations can make decisions based on data and analytic systems are more efficient. So the data driven decision making approach, which is called DDD, facilitates this by base decision making process. So big data analytics can help you operate your business more effectively. I'm going to discuss the essence of big data, which is having key reasons for the current surge of data generation. The first one is hundreds of applications, including mobile sensors, social media services, and other associated devices, are constantly gathering data. So, the second would be the storage capacity, which is at point now cheaper to acquire, which has ever been, and making it to buy additional storage space rather than selecting what to delete. In recent years, machine learning and information retrieval technologies have advanced significantly, allowing for the acquisition of a larger degree of knowledge from data. In the next slide, we can discuss the main components of big data, which is characterized as three V's like volume, velocity, veracity, and variety. So, the big data requires these following steps to forward traditional data analysis. In this slide, the big data made even bigger by its variety. Big data is derived from a wide range of sources and is classified into three categories that might be structured, semi structured, and unstructured. Structured data is pre tagged and easy to sort in a data warehouse, but unstructured data is unorganized and difficult to analyze. So, semi structured data contains tags to segregate and data pieces rather than fixed fields. Volume or size has beyond terabytes and petabytes, and velocity is required not only for big data but also for all the processes. Big data should be used as it streams into the organization in order to maximize its value. And veracity is sourced from many different places. As a result, you need to test the veracity or quality of data. In the next slide, traditional data analysis versus big data analytic methods. So here we can see the two types like big data analytics, traditional analytics. So coming to the type of data in the big data analytics is unstructured formats. In the traditional analytics, it is formatted in rows and columns. The volume in big data analytics would be 100 terabytes to petabytes, whereas in traditional analytics, it would be tens of terabytes or less than that. The analysis methods in big data analytics is machine learning and coming to hypothesis based in traditional analytics. The primary purpose is big data is data-based products, whereas international decision support and service in traditional analytics. Coming to the changes in the analysis of big data related to three main areas. That would be the ability to analyze vast amounts of data without needing to work with smaller sets, and preparedness to cope with unstructured data with a poor degree of accuracy. And correlations are becoming more important as they tend to look for relationships between occurrences and rather than causes. So, in the next slide, I'm going to discuss big data in the management of business. If you take the companies increasingly are trying to take advantage of all the data, which should help drive better business strategies than decisions. The researchers identified most important priorities for big data applications is customer processes, financial planning, operations, risk management, and performance management, as well as the evaluation of product of life cycle. So big data is produced in every segment in manufacturing. For big business execution, big data help to recognize the product demands, efficiency, and performance through assorted business goals. In this slide, the following are the benefits for the business. There are 8 big data benefits for the business. Those would be better understanding a customer inclinations, purchasing conduct and sentiment, and increased intelligence on market trends, supply chain operations that react quickly to problems and new business needs, and recommending engines that are better tuned to interest of customers and data-driven innovation in product, the ability to support diverse analytics use cases with the same data sets, and operational improvements such as lower cost and proactive equipment, ensuring the data and analytics platforms can meet future business needs. The architecture for big data analysis is mostly characterized by a set of V's, as we discussed: volume, variety, velocity, veracity, and we can also add value to this. The volume is typically involving large amount of data, terabyte or more. Variety includes various data sources. Velocity includes real-time data and other information which can update at a fast speed. And veracity is how accurate and trustworthy the different data sets are. And the value must understand business value, which sets big data in providing effective use. Establishing big data architecture components before embarking into a big data project is crucial step in understanding how data will be used and how it will bring value to the business. The most common architecture for big data is Apache Hadoop. If you can see many organizations looking out to process and analyze for big data to a newer class of technologies that includes Hadoop and related tools such as Yarn, MapReduce, Spark, Hive, and Pig, as well as NoSQL databases. Hadoop quickly emerged as a foundation for big data processing tasks such as scientific analytics, business and sales planning, and processing enormous volumes of sensor data, including from Internet of Things sensors. It also indexes and keeps tracking of data, big analytics far more effectively, which was possibly Apache Hadoop is used by large corporations such as Yahoo, Facebook, Amazon, eBay, the New York Times, Chevron, and IBM. So here we can discuss what is big data analytics. It is assisting organization with tackling their information and using new opportunities. In turn leads to smarter business moves, more proficient operations, which benefits more joyful customers. So if you can say big data analytics is comprised of three most important things here: the cost reduction, new products and services, faster, better decision making. If you see cost reduction, the big data technologies such as Hadoop is cost advantageous, which can comes to storing large amount of data. Faster decision making with the speed of Hadoop and in memory analytics analyze new sources of data and can analyze information immediately. In new products and services with the ability to gauge customer needs and satisfaction, and through analytics they power give customers what they want. And Davin points out that big data analytics, more companies are creating new products to meet customer needs. So in the next slide, the big data systems are essentially utilized for investigation applications. So that would be different types of advanced analytics done by data science groups. There has been enormous growth in the field of big data analytics with the benefits of technology. The following are the industries that big data is involved in: banking, healthcare, energy, technology, consumer, and manufacturing. There are many other industries which use big data analytics. Banking is seen as a field making the maximum use of big data analytics. So I'm going to conclude the PP presentation saying that the practical utility of the big data analytics may be seen in a variety of areas of business management, particularly in strategy planning and stakeholder management. Finally, a list of recommendations for business interested in implementing big data solutions is provided: creating flexible business models, and building information in the organization. The first question a data driven organization asks itself is not what do we think, but what do we know. Use big data analysis in real time because with time some data cease to be useful. And in the era of big data, more advanced analytical capabilities, companies can gain competitive advantage on the market by competing on analytics. The analysis is part of the increasingly exposed current studies on decision making based on data. So, if you take organizations are running big data systems in the cloud, regularly utilizing merchant oversaw stages that give huge amounts of information as a help to work on organizations and continuous administration. So, big data analytics can lead to more effective showcasing, opening doors, working on functional productivity, and gaining upper hands over rivals, associations, and other business benefits. So, this is all about the presentation, and I we referred these two articles to write our presentation. Thank you.